Hey Airbenders, I'm Melanie Florence, and this is Hot Tea for the Soul, the weekly hot tea for the air people, or for people who are looking into their intellect, their mind, their business, and how to communicate intellectually. This might be the reading for you. Anxiety, want to go through that? This might be the reading to walk through. All right, all air element things. So I am doing a little bit of a sip on Facebook, so every element will get a sip every day, because I decided that this morning, right? So today I've been doing them as I've been doing these readings. And there's a few other readings that I've got on Facebook, if you on YouTube, link on in. So, oh, we're not even starting with this deck. I picked up the Greenwood Tarot because I have been reading the Greenwood Tarot for about 25 years. If you're after a personal reading, I can send it to you in a YouTube clip directly to you within 48 hours. So I'm going to give us a general build up with a few other decks, and then we are going to go through a Greenwood reading, and at the end I'm going to put the individual star signs in for everybody to have a look at what's going on for you specific. So we do a general all over for your element and what's going on, and then we'll get into the extras. So starting today with the Spellcasting Oracle. Spellcaster's Oracle. Let's take that one. Ooh. Financial health. All right. This is your roots. What is your roots? What will grow? So this could be a promise of financial health. It may mean that you're looking at your financial health and where that is, where your budget is and where it is, but this is a tree. This is our growth. So we are looking at our financial health and health, and we've got the bird coming out, shooting out here, so there's a bit of communication going on. Like, this is a nice sort of strength on our path with our financial health. Okay, let's see what else comes out. So I got these cards. These are new. And they're out. They're not that expensive. They are the Green Witch Oracle. So I was asked the other day, I'm going to explain this for anybody who don't know. This is how this works. These are universal signs for air. So we've got air pointing up with the horizon line and what's above it. That's our air symbol. And here the fire still pointing up because the fire goes up. We got water. That sort of points down because the water seeps down into our earth, which is our horizon line, and the earth and what's below it, just in here. So if you're seeing those signs, that's pretty much universal. You see them in a whole heap of different decks, and how they line them up. Sometimes they don't line the actual suits, like the flavors up the same, but they actually generally, if they're using a symbolism, these are the ones. So a little bit from the Green Witch Oracle. What do we got? There's stuff from the garden. What's from your garden that can heal you? Okay, let's give us one for our air peeps this week. Oh, I like this. Desire. It's a bit of a Ouija board, so there's a bit of faith in there, I guess, and a little bit of searching in here in this desire. And I thought about this when I saw the letters, and we've got a lot of stars, so we're talking about star energy and wish fulfillment and our desires and what we want. This is a very earthy, grounded, planted in, rooted plant. It also has a heart, so there's a heart to our desire inside of the lettuce. What are we calling it? A cos lettuce. So the cos lettuce in here. Nice and healthy greens for our, maybe get some greens in your diet, but this has also got good for money. Green leafy, anything that's green leafy, like big like money. All right, these two together, this is sort of great. We've got a desire maybe for some fulfillment for our financial health, all coming in. Okay, so I'm going to give us one from the Earth Magic. Let's see what we got in the Earth Magic deck. Ooh, so I set this up so you can see me for half the reading, and then I turn it down so you can see the reading. Like sometimes I push my head out of the frame. I'm like, yeah, mate, put yourself in. Huh? All right, one from the Earth Magic. What have we got? Air peeps, air benders, tsunami. Okay. So there may be a wake-up call. There might have been a debt that you have been missing, that you haven't been watching. This is a wake-up for this. This may be your desires inside of here, and this wake-up call. But if we're talking, we've got a full moon in here, this real full moon energy going with the tide. This is big. I had a co-worker that told me that he always dreamed of being in a tsunami, and this is emotional. So this is emotional turmoil, usually with water and the moon involved. And so it may be that you feel like things have been imploding, maybe on a financial level, maybe on a spirit, on an emotional level, that there's been a bit of a tsunami, a wake-up call, maybe something said you need to pay attention to it, maybe is coming your way. Okay, I'm going to give us one from the Dreamtime, the Dreamtime reading cards. What do we got for this week? Ooh, the mountain. All right, so the mountain is about strong foundations. So, you know, this is a place where you laid your roots and it's there and it's strong and you can always go back to this place. You know, it's about laying strong foundation, like for stones, and new traditions with your money and that sort of stuff. So, you know, this is sort of a real place that you might go, this, I know what my foundations are, that you're stable, even you're going through all of this, your financial heart and all your heart's desires and those sort of things. This shows that you have a strong base, that it's really hard to, you might be getting a wake-up call, but it's hard to destroy you, right? This isn't going to destroy you because you have this strength. You have the strength of everything that you are inside of that. All right, nice, strong stuff. All right, with that, I'm going to throw us to the Greenwood reading. Let's see what we've got for airbenders. Let's see. Okay, and so if this is intellectual pursuits, it's like you are the mountain, you know, your desire and your strength and how you're going to communicate that and get your financial help. Feels like there may be a bill that might turn up or something, but this is sort of, you know, a bit of a, everything's, maybe this last year has been a bit of a wake-up call that you are your foundations and you need to get your desires and keep your financial health and do those things, air peeps. I have a Gemini moon, I sort of feel this. Okay, so I got a lot of air in my charts. Aquarius rising. I'm going to start this Greenwood reading with the present state. So this is a walkthrough from where we are, present state, what energies we've got around our subconscious, our challenges, our conscious, and what we can use to actually work along the way. Let's see what we've got for this week. All right, straight out of the card. This is the present state, right? This is straight off the rank. All right, so this is the sun. This is the sun shining on all of your endeavors. This is really embracing happiness. This is really bathing in the universal soul, holding yourself out for the generosity of it. And this is generosity of motion. This is generosity of spirit. This is generosity of universal spirit and light and passion and warmth in your life. So this is surrounding you. If you open your arms up, we've got the night, we've got sun to fill your heart and warm yourself. Nice strong energy to start with. Okay. So this is your next energy. This is your spiritual mediator, what you need to meditate on. So we are talking about your foundation. We double up on this foundation. So we have a strong foundation here. This is your present. This is working about your new job. This is your new foundation. This is a place that you put a stone in the ground and say, here's a marker to where I decided to make a difference and I made a different life, made a different house. Could be an investment, this could be a new job, but this is a real foundation stone in your life to say, I'm strong here. Maybe you've gone through all of this in this last year and it's been a wake-up call for you, like to get your heart's desires and get your financial stability on track. This is that sort of card that is saying the sun is shining and you have got a new foundation that's happened in your life. All right, new place to lay your hat, to hang your hat on, just there. All right, the next card is your conscious will. It's what you consciously think about what's going on. All right. So, this is about really enjoying. This is sometimes can be really disconnected. You can be disconnected from everything that's going on around you. It does warn of overindulgence in, say, alcohol and partying too hard, really. But it's sort of saying, get up and have a good time. You need to drink in the water of life. And this is of the senses. So when we're talking of vibe, it's feeling your emotions through your senses, right? And so it's taking that in as a sensory love, taking in this abundance from the universe, taking in from the earth that surrounds us and understanding that and dancing with that, right? And really moving and shaking in the senses of your emotions, right? All right, the next card is your driving force. It's the driving force. It's a source of power. It's a source of power in this. What have we got? For the air peeps. Strong energies in here for you. This is about the world turning. So we're talking about making new businesses, new foundations. This is the Queen of Stones and the Queen of Air in there. So there's communication and there's material like protection inside of this card as we work out what we hold on to and what we let go. What makes our cloak? What is this? What is this cloak that you've been weaving? So when you hold on to colours, they are in your cloak. When you let go, they're also in your cloak. But know that the world's changed. This has come up a lot since I started doing this readings. It's come up a lot, this card. Like in the first few months, like last year, this was everybody's turned. The world has turned and that's a new foundation and you changed everything. And you got a new foundation. Open up to it. Take in the sun. So the next color in this is your unconscious empathy. Consciously, you know it's time to celebrate and dance in this. There are a few emotions that you might need to like eradicate. If you know, you got to be careful not to go into an isolated solace inside of this. They can, you know, bury your problems. Like, but the world has changed, right? There was a wake-up call. There's a wake-up call that's changed things. All right, so next, unconscious. All right, physical challenge. Right, this is 2 of stones. This is taking those 2 planets. This is taking Jupiter and Saturn and banging them together and making your money with your karma. How are you going to long-term be inspired to take on this challenge? This is in this card. There's a bit of fire. There's a bit of earth rumbling in this card. It's a bit volcano, maybe even action, or earthquake action just in here, because it's a challenge. You need to take it on. You can't just back off. You need to physically just keep, you know, working on this, taking on the challenge. You may feel that this has been tiring, but you're here. You can take on this challenge of making your new foundation. You've stepped 1 foundation. This is step 2 in the earth. Keep challenging to get what you want. You know your foundation is strong. All right, what do we need to work on? What's the challenge? What do we need to work on? Manifesting in the physical realm. So this is what you need to work on. This is actually seeing you make your honey. All right, this is seeing you manifest the things that you want in life and being involved in those and involved in a very physical plane. Like, so if you are not exploiting yourself, you may feel like you are being exploited. And so that's perhaps a challenge, is to work out how not to be exploited, but to actually exploit yourself from this new foundation, from this change, with this heart's desire, this strong heart's desire with our letters and our sun in there, and this foundation. We've gone through a lot. Like, so this is about how you manifest and have all of this on your physical plane. We're talking a very strong physical influences here. How do you manifest that? Let's see. Let's see what the healing element is. How do we heal? What's going to help us? This is our, what do we need to work on? How do we exploit ourselves correctly and make it all work? Let's see what's going to help us. Alright, what's going to help us here? Ooh, injustice. So, if it's a healing element, it's like something's going to come to light. You know, the injustice that's being done to you, so people are going to see it. People are going to see what they, you know, what people, maybe harassment that you've gone through, all of different communications that you're showing. But this is you can actually turn this injustice. This is your healing element in a way that you can exploit yourself in a better way. So, and you need to be able to apply yourself and take this injustice, take that, and really turn it on its head. Take on the challenge of turning on its head, right? And so this is, you know, you may feel like you were blinded to things or that you were bound by things, but this is actually going to heal, all right? Where this injustice is, there's going to be a healing element that comes. The next cards are, the next card is the general outcome for the air peeps, for the air benders. Ooh. So this is a real motherly, like, emotional card. This woman's love. This woman is the strong motherly love. And so this might be somebody in your life, like, that you know, that we're really working with inside of this. Or that you need to, or this is you really connecting with your watery side, with your emotional side, with your heart, with your emotional heart and your emotional connections that are going on inside of your world. So, airbenders, we want to get a little bit more in contact with our heart out of all of this and get to feel that motherly love, feel that love. Interesting. So, individual star signs. If you are still here, thank you very much for being here. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm going to add the extra star signs, the individual star signs in, and I start with, in the air element, I start with Gemini. Let's see what comes out for the Gemini peeps to add in with all of this. Oh, I start with that. Okay. So, this is a slow and steady sort of wins the race sort of card. This guy can play in the pack. He will also play in by himself. He has a solo quest, you know, so this may be that you are embodying these qualities, that you are, you know, maybe a wolf, or that, you know, that you're gonna, this is about a slow, meticulous sort of slow and steady sort of path for you, Gemini. Working out things on the go. as you go. All right, he's not flighty. All right, 2 more for Gemini. What else have I got? 2 more for Gemini. I'm going to take both of those. All right, so this is a battle of wills. This is a power. This is about power. This is about strength of faith. This is strength of passion. This can be a battle with other people that you might be battling their passion and their will also. This also is you, though, taking this passion and this will and being able to take control of it. All right, if you're not in control of it, it is control of you. It is of the senses. All right, so this is taking this passion and maybe slow and steady, working out how to apply it to the world, or that's how you're actually trying to take on the world, Gemini. Ooh, so there's a struggle of mind, Gemini, inside of all of this. Maybe this imbalancement and this exploitation where this challenge has been. All right, this is saying that you need to take on things, you know, and take it on, but the struggle is real. This is sort of, you know, how do you make your mind up? This is heaven on earth, so you've got to be careful about not taking this in the 8 and taking it from your mind and making it on the earth. But this is a very struggle, and I think that this is a strong struggle perhaps between your light and dark and you trying to take power maybe, and you're fighting here, and there's a struggle perhaps that comes from all of that, Gemini. So you need to know that there has been a foundation, and there is your desires and your financial health to be considered inside of this. There's a wake-up call, I guess, but the world has changed, Gemini. So it's working out how to write those struggles down and perhaps get them through, and make sure that, I guess, that you're not using your willpower against other people inside of all of this, but also taking that power for you and working, you know, more for the pack instead of for yourself, perhaps inside of all of this. There's a bit of an internal struggle going on, Gemini. Ooh. All right, so maybe catch some of my other, I've got my passion, there's a couple of passion reads that I've got in there. One is called the Passion Fruit Tea, and it's about how do you get your passions to flow, what seeds did you put in, those sort of things, right? So I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so what have I got next for Libra? Libra. Ooh, there might be a reunion in there with your childhood dreams, childhood stuff. All right, it might be that you're going to have a child. This could be a child, Libra. So this is a page of stones. This is a very earthy child. This is like your nest. This is like trying to keep everything together, nesting for your home. This might be renovations. This could be, you know, looking after children, but really a lot of nesting energy inside of this. You might get a new job. There might be a new offer, might be something, but inside of this, there's been a lot of conversations. There's frustration. So when we're talking about the 5, we are definitely still talking about the senses. So this is the senses through our air, through the air. All right, so this is our frustrations and throwing a lot of ideas all over the place. I do see brainstorming in this. So sometimes you need to expand to your stupidest ideas, right? Get them all out so that you can work out what are the things you want to do. So work out all the things in the wall that you don't want the wall bright fuchsia, so you can bring it back to go, I want it turquoise, right? Like this is expanding all of your ideas, maybe talking through all of these. You may have a page child that is starting to look at jobs and finance and those sort of things. This may be talking through different levels of that if it is a child that you're involved with. All right, Libra. One more. Let's see what else goes with this. You might just be really working, and it's not, maybe you've got a contract that isn't necessarily sitting in just yet. There's a bit of frustration, negotiating something inside of there. All right, making sure that you're not being exploited, right? Oh, of course, we're going to dedicate that arrow. This has come up actually nearly every reading this week, for me personally and in other readings. All right, so this is dedicating these arrows. This is really honing in on what your skills are. This is honing in on how you can apply. This is really applying yourself and your potential energy to the practical world, aiming high, aiming at your target. Know that every skill you have in your quiver is practiced and honed in. All right, taking a breath to actually concentrate and focus this energy and be dedicated into it. All right, because this is applying all of this on the physical world. So this is actually sort of a combination of these 2 cards where we really hone in our dedication and we hone in our thoughts and work out how we want to apply ourselves on the physical plane with all of these abilities that we have. All right, that is that. So feel the sun, feel the joy is big in the middle of all of this, Libra. You got a new foundation, you know, and work out how to exploit yourself out of this injustice. Okay, because you can get your eye on the target if you hone it all in, Libra. Thank you very much for being here. Please hit like and subscribe. I am moving on to Aquarius. All right, Aquarians, here we are. 3 cards for you on the end of this beautiful spread. What have we got? Oh, health, harmony, and balance. So we're going through a wake-up call, something that should have shaken you up. But you've got a strong foundation. You've got a strong heart for love. You've got, you know, maybe a strong mother in here. You're feeling this energy. You know things have moved on. You know, your sensory, you might be laughing and crying still at the same time sometimes maybe. And that's just fine. It's really working out how to turn this all over for you, because this is about balance. This is our earthly body and our spiritual body. I've heard blood and semen maybe for these 2 colors, but I really like that this is our earthly and our spiritual body when we actually balance it out. And we balance out the inspiration and how it comes in and how we actually express it. And this is a really healing spot. This is a moment of taking that breath and breathing it in and taking this healing spot for yourself. Aquarius, brilliant, because we can hone in our desires, right? You've really taken a change and you're taking on the challenge, and it's been a challenge to feel the sun, to feel that you can dance in any of this. But you can jump for joy. Look, that's happy joy card. Look at them, three dancing around, 3 brolgas that are all up, and these are our 3 mother maiden crone, maybe all having a nice dance around our cups in there. And this is where we jump for joy. So we've got this healing elements going on. We've moved along. Whoa, I've just thrown that right across there. Whoa, give me a second. All right, back of my head, back of everything. Get to see my lizard. All right, so I didn't want to lose this because this is nice and healing. So we've got this jumping for joy and healing. One more for Aquarius. Let's see what we've got. One more. All right, you can do this. What have we got? Oh, this is that nice, strong mother. So you're not just going to feel like this nice, watery, emotional mother. This is this nice, strong mother who's protecting her own. This is a nice sort of sexy, virile sort of feeling. It's nice, grounded. You sound your foundation. She actually has this strong foundation. There might have been a bit of a wake-up call in this last year of everything that's needed, but you've actually got financial health. This is about financial health and desires and our sexy stuff. You've really got jumping for joy there, Aquarius. While we've been healing ourselves, here we are, nice, strong stability inside of your life, and we can take some joy from that. All right, Aquarius, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Please hit like and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side. I hope you have a great week. Thank you very much.